Hi students, this is Miss Angulo back with another art video for you. And this art video is based off of the story called Sophie's Masterpiece, which I recommend you read before you watch this video. This story is about a spider named Sophie that knits beautiful artistic webs, but whenever Sophie goes to make her webs, she isn't wanted. No one except for a woman who is a new mother knitting something herself for her baby lets Sophie stay, and when the woman runs out of yarn, Sophie knows the time has finally come for her to knit the masterpiece of a lifetime. So, in connection to this story, just like Sophie, you will have the chance to make your own quilt on a piece of paper. You will divide your paper into squares, and in each square, you will design your own intricate, beautiful drawing that looks like a quilt. Let's get started. These are all the materials you will need to make your quilt. First thing you will need is a piece of paper. Second thing you will need is tape. So you can use master tape, but if you don't have master tape, you can use Scotch tape. This will work just as well. Third thing you will need is scissors to cut your tape. Fourth thing you will need is a pencil to draw out all your designs before you color them in. Fifth thing you will need is coloring materials. I'm going to use oil pastels, just regular pastels, and some crayons. You can use whatever you have at home. If you want to be precise, you can fold the vertical length of your paper into 4 sections and fold the horizontal length of your paper into 3 sections. This will give you 12 squares in total. These folded lines will be where you place your tape. You will cut 5 strips of tape the length of your paper to paste onto your paper to make your squares. I cut my tape in half so that I could make my tape thinner. You don't have to do that. You can keep it the same width that your tape is. Next, you will draw on each square using different colors, designs, or textures using your pencil or your coloring materials. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to just draw some curly lines. Now I'm doing some pointed triangle shapes. I'm just playing with different shapes. Now I'm going to take some yellow and do horizontal lines. I want to make sure I don't have many white sections because I want my quilt to be super colorful. And the white sections of our quilt are going to be where our strip of tape is. So you want to make sure that each square is really colorful and there's no white space in between. This is a way for you to explore color variations, lines, different textures, designs, and don't feel like you're messing up because every single line you make on here is going to be part of a bigger, beautiful picture. This is called cross-hatching, where you overlap lines on top of each other. So these are called abstract drawings, where they are a combination of lines and curves and designs that don't make a real object. And these are called real life drawings, where they are actually found in our reality. So you can go ahead and draw trees, birds, animals, houses in your squares, You don't have to draw just random shapes, but it's fun to use both of these types of drawings just to experiment with your imagination and your creativity. Now with pastel, you can draw and then go in with your finger and shade it into your drawing. This is why it's called pastel. It's almost like chalk. This is my favorite part. Now you just have to peel off your tape, and I'm going to start from the sides and then from down here. The paper is close to ripping in some places, so you just need to be really careful as you peel off the tape. It's okay if it begins to rip, but then maybe start from the opposite side. Here's my beautiful hand-drawn quilt. Don't forget to post a picture of what you made so I can see it, and thanks for joining me today. Bye!